Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into our first episode of Couch Talk. My name is Hannah Song and I will be your host today. And a little bit about me, I am a second year at Kennesaw State University and I am studying art. How fun! And I am Kennesaw State's FSA's current EVP or External Vice President. And today with me is a special guest by the name Milo Enriquez. Milo, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, I'm Milo Enriquez. I'm a fourth year student at GSU studying math and computer science. And I'm also actually the former external vice president at ATL FSA, just like you. Word, bro.
That's crazy. I'm sorry. Alrighty, and for today's episode, our special topic is relationships and love. And it was a Q&A also, so we asked some of our audience to send in questions and we will be answering them today.
Yes, I like how I'm like the expert of love and relationships.
I know, we are somehow the love doctors. People will be coming to us for advice.
Yeah, I guess so.
They want our wisdom and we're honored, honestly.
Honestly, it makes sense, I think.
We're just such sages here.
Yeah, we have lots of wisdom, lots of experience.
Yes, we do. Oh, so we're gonna lie today. No, we will not.
No lies.
No lies. Yeah, no, we've dipped our toe in that.
Yeah. And
That's
I think
crazy.
we've learned a lot.
We have learned so many lessons, you guys, and that's what we want to share today with y'all.
We want to share it with you guys.
I know. Alrighty, and let's start with our first question. These questions are also anonymous. What are some big red flags to watch out for?
That's a good question.
I don't know. For me, being too clingy is a little bit of a red flag just because, especially early on in the relationship, just because I'm like, you can't just, that's just not realistic to do that. And it's also shows like how little, I guess, self-worth you have if you want to immediately attach yourself to a person. That's crazy.
That's true. I feel like for me, something like seeing how they treat other people, like strangers or waiters, even, you know what I mean? Like if they have manners and stuff, basically.
Oh, just basic etiquette. Just don't
basic
be a dick
etiquette.
to people.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Just don't be an asshole, you know? Just be nice. Have like somewhat of a kind heart, you know what I mean?
I know. Share some of that love and compassion to the
world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
just spread
crazy.
some love, yeah. And that, you know, that's always nice. That's always nice
it's
to
nice.
have.
I feel like that's also like bare minimum. If you're a dick, who wants to date you?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta at least be nice.
Bare minimum, you guys, don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Just be nice. Be nice to people around you. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Make the world a better place. Kumbaya. And stuff like that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Other red flags?
I had one. Kind of slipped my mind. Let me see. Oh, when they're like very selfish people. There's like two different types of selfish. Selfish, like what you want for yourself in a way to like build your self-worth, but the other one is just not sharing with other people when it could be shared. That makes sense. Someone, what was I saying?
Selfish.
Oh yeah, like if they don't look out for you, they're clearly only in this relationship for themselves when that should not be the case.
They need to like be there for you too.
That's crazy. Exactly. Also bare minimum,
exactly. Also not being a dick, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Just don't share
giving
that
energy
love.
to you gotta give some energy to them, you know.
You can't always just take, you guys.
Yeah, relationships is a two-way street. That's what I'm saying.
You got one more, or should we move on to the next question?
I have an interesting question.
What's up?
That Lucy actually told me.
Okay.
We talked about red flags. What are some green flags? You know what I mean? Like things you see someone do that's just like, yeah, you know what?
I like it when they can just vibe, if that makes sense.
They can just vibe, like they don't feel awkward, like...
Yeah, they don't, like, try to make the situation all about them. I feel like that's so annoying when they only talk about themselves. I'm like, y'all,
like, they
crazy.
They can, like, listen to other people, but also talk about themselves, too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just, like, an interesting person to talk to.
I know.
Basically. Like, who can't be boring. Who wants to talk to someone?
You gotta have some personality, you guys.
Yeah,
Come
personality.
On, man.
That's what matters. Personality. For sure. For
One.
sure.
All right. Shall we move to the next
Yeah.
question?
What's the next question?
What stage is the best to discuss income or finances? Seeing each other early dating or later?
That's such an interesting question, dude.
I personally, I have not reached that stage, so maybe it's like, I think it also has to be a certain like time period too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys have to definitely be a lot older and into your careers, because it's like you're now sharing that part of your life with someone if you're discussing, I guess, finances.
Yeah.
Also, it's such a turnoff when guys like on first dates are like just tell you how rich they are. Like, are you compensating for something? I have to know.
High key, they definitely are.
It's weird. Like they're like, oh, have you seen my new car? And I'm like, dude, like, you gotta,
cool,
bro,
yeah, like cool. Yeah, I feel that, bro.
Yeah.
But discuss income and finance. I feel like it's got to be like early dating or later, right?
I think so. Yeah, definitely not seeing each other.
Yeah, because it's like it's not supposed to matter.
Casual.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to matter when you're dating someone, but like realistically, it does matter. You know what I mean?
It does.
So like you start dating, and then afterwards you're like, okay, you have some finance problem. That's okay. You know what I mean?
You get through it together.
You get through
honestly.
it together, exactly. And that's you know, you have to at least be dating to start discussing.
That's what I'm saying, because you're gonna be in each other's lives.
Yeah. You have to actually care about them as a person first,
Mm-hmm.
and then the money and stuff, we can work through that.
Work through that.
You
hear that, you guys?
Work through it. Compromise. Help each other.
Meet in the middle.
Yeah, these are all keywords for sure.
Keywords.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's move on to the next
What's
question.
the next question?
Is it realistic to settle down with one person for the rest of your life? Like, is true love real? That's a toughie. My goodness. Are you okay?
That's very tough. I hope the person who asked this is okay.
I think that also what brings up the question of, like, are soulmates real? Like, is your twin flame an actual thing? Is fate like that?
I mean, I definitely think it's possible to love more than one person in your lifetime.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Like, love is not solely restricted to romantic partners. It's also to family and friends and, like, your passions.
And also, even, like, if you love someone and then something happens, you know what I mean? And then you break up with them, you can still love another person after that.
Of course. You're never too broken to stop loving people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, in that sense, I mean, no.
The answer is probably...
The answer would be no.
Because honestly, like, feelings can change, and that's so valid, and you can think you know what love is like, but...
that's true.
It's
people
like,
can
you
change.
You learn through experience, exactly.
Yeah, after you learn through, like, a heartbreak or something, you change as a person. But also, I think settling down with one person for the rest of your life is also... like, fine, you know what I mean?
That is true.
Like, I don't mind that.
I don't mind that either, but, like, let's say you're, 30 years into marriage, and you're like, oh, I kind of want to get a divorce. Like, is that valid? And, honestly...
I mean...
it's just, I guess, up to every couple.
Yeah, is it really... It's like you're not believing in the marriage in that sense, you know what I mean?
I guess so, or you think it's just done.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, it's like, if you... Because... that wouldn't stop you from getting married, like the thought of maybe divorcing in the future, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you think about that when you're getting married with someone. Like, you don't go into relationships like, damn, I'm gonna break up with them.
Yeah, when you get married, it's like you believe in, like, I can be with this person
down
for the rest of your life.
I think it's a very, like, nice mentality to have in a world like this. Because, like, soulmates aren't really real. It's like, what percentage of I guess how close y'all are in, like, compatibility. Yeah. And there's obviously probably multiple people for that, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's also saying, like, it could even be quantified, you know what I mean?
Exactly, quantified.
How do you even, like, quantify compatibility with another person? I
don't know.
It's just like the vibes.
It is the vibes,
I think it's
honestly.
just the vibes. Like, if you just vibe with a person, you just know. It's a feeling.
You know, it is a feeling. Definitely is a feeling.
And you just know. You just know. Word. Next question.
Alrighty. Should I let her stick it in the butt? Alrighty, that is a great question, you guys. Thank you so much to whoever wrote that, but let's just keep it in mind.
Her stick it in the butt.
Yeah, so would you let her peg?
So this is a question for dudes.
I guess so.
Okay. Should I let her stick it in the butt? I mean,
I guess it depends.
Depends on how cool you are with that, you know?
Yeah, it's just all about what you want to do.
I'm not going to speak on my own, like what I would do.
Can I speak from a female's perspective?
You can speak on a female's perspective.
Okay, let me speak on a female's perspective about this. I think if you bring it up to your man, this is if you're in a straight relationship.
Right,
if you, like, you know, and he says, no, you can't be, like, forcing him to do it because that's not consensual and that leads to very bad things. Anyways... But it should also, y'all should definitely experiment, like keep it spicy in the bedroom, you guys.
I agree. Like just try stuff out.
Try stuff,
you
and then
know.
maybe can warm up to the idea of her pegging you. But if you're not into that, that's totally fine.
You never
Please
know.
do
Like,
not kink shame each other, you guys.
Facts. Like it wouldn't even be a thing if someone didn't find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
So maybe you might find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, bro, it's okay.
Hey, if you find it enjoyable, that's fine. It's not weird, bro.
It's not, definitely
you know
not,
what I mean?
you guys. Just keep an open mind, definitely, and don't be...
Yeah, so should I let her stick it in the butt?
It's up to you, yeah.
I would say, you know what I'm saying? Just be adventurous.
Be adventurous,
but
be experimentalist, you guys.
But if it scares you too much, hey,
it's
don't
okay.
force it.
Don't force it. It'll come with time, okay,
It'll come with time, you know, you might have a partner that, like, you trust enough.
Exactly.
You trust enough to try it.
Exactly,
and then when you try it, you might like it.
You never know. But you gotta keep an open mind, you guys.
But you'll never know if you don't try.
Exactly. Do you hear this, man?
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
You need to take that into life in general. You never know unless you'll try.
Say it again for the audience.
You will never know unless you try.
Word. Next question. Alrighty. Do you believe in the saying you can't be loved if you don't love yourself? Guys, that is a really good question.
Yeah, that's a famous saying.
It is, but I don't think it's true, actually.
I don't think so.
Because let's say you're in a really low place in your life and you surround yourself with people who love you or show what love is like, you can always learn from examples.
Yeah.
Like, definitely for sure, I'm going to be 100% honest, like, coming from, like, a broken home or just, like, never having that love ever since you were a child, it kind of, like, hits you hard.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes depression, anxiety come along, mental illnesses and stuff. Like, it's really hard to love yourself.
I agree.
It's hard, but, like, if you can see other people doing it, maybe you can do it, too.
Yeah, it's like your loved ones are there to help you love yourself, too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, even if you don't love yourself, they still love you. And they can you can
what.
learn from that, learn to love yourself. They'll help you, support you with whatever you need. And, like, yeah, I feel like...
No. It's not. Because you can definitely learn. Keep an open mind again.
Yeah, it's like, you can't just say, like, if you don't love yourself, then you can't be loved. Like,
no, definitely not.
Like...
But at some point, you do need to learn how to self-love. That's part 2, but it doesn't hurt to have love from other people.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have love from other people. Love from other people is like the best feeling ever.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's just the best feeling ever. So if you don't love yourself, then having that just helps you. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
It just makes you feel better. Guys.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alrighty, next question.
Next question.
How do I make the first move? I think, okay, for me, I have it categorized in 3, like, steps, or 3 stages. So first stage is, like, a person you just saw, and you're just, like, and you'll never see each other again unless you ask this person out.
Right.
And then maybe you can see them. Next is, like, someone you see on a regular basis. It could be, like, another classmate or a coworker, and, like, you don't really know them, but you're like, maybe should I get to know them?
Right.
Or it's a friend of yours. You hang out on a pretty regular basis. Like, you have, like, emotional moments together. You have fun together.
Same friend circle-ish.
Yeah, same friend. Like, it could potentially break a friend group kind of situation.
Yeah,
there's a lot at stake here.
Those are always touchy.
I know, but first stage, go for it.
First stage,
bold.
just go for it. Yeah, just be bold.
You're never gonna see them again.
Be confident. Yeah, if you're never gonna see them again, just go for it.
Yeah, liquid courage doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Okay, we don't condone, but it does. Not hurt.
Not hurt. No, it doesn't hurt. But
Alrighty.
don't use that as a means.
Like always as an excuse. Like
Yeah,
don't do that.
Use
Don't
that
do
as
that.
a means to help you talk to women. You know?
Exactly.
But just like be confident, be bold.
Know your self-worth for sure.
Don't be scared. Yeah, be yourself.
Please be yourself.
Be yourself. Don't
Nobody
be someone
wants a
else.
phony, you
Nah,
guys.
phonies are not the
Not
move.
it. Not the vibe. They didn't pass the vibe check.
Definitely
and that's so
vibe check
gross,
failed.
but it's true.
Yeah, phonies are not it. Just be yourself.
Exactly.
You want them to like you for yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So just be yourself. Be
Alright.
confident.
Let's talk about stage 2.
What is stage 2?
It's a person you don't really know, but you see them on a regular basis.
Interesting.
Also, go for it. Why not?
Also go for it. Like establish, I guess, like talking.
Yeah, you don't have to
because
be
you see them
bold.
often.
Yeah, just be friends with them first.
Yeah,
maybe.
just start up a conversation here or there, like about whatever you like. If you're in the same class or something,
exactly.
talk about like the homework that y'all did together or something.
Guys, the amount of Sweet Hut workers I have asked out is crazy. And you know what? I still go back to that Sweet Hut. And now we're all friends because it's funny.
Because it's funny.
It's fun. You have a fun start to your friendship. It's like, oh, how'd y'all become friends? Oh, she hit on me.
Yeah. Those are actually fun friendships. Actually.
I have a lot of friendships like that, and I love them.
Honestly,
they're good people.
Yeah, it's like fun, good people. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But like, if you want an actual relationship, though, like if you actually want it to be something, then yeah, just take it slow.
Take it slow. Ain't nobody stopping you.
Yeah, you got time if you see them regularly.
For sure.
But like establish talking by finding some kind of common point to talk about, right?
Right.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be a pussy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be a pussy, you guys. That is a main takeaway from this.
Yeah, number one, like, rule out of this whole podcast, like, what? Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. Be bold.
Be bold. Be confident.
Have guts. Have balls.
Yes, sir.
Grow up hair.
Pull
up your big girl
talk
panties.
to him or her or they or whatever.
Take a chance, you guys.
Yeah, bro. Take a chance.
You ready to talk about stage 3?
Stage 3.
A friend that could potentially break up a friend group.
Yikes. That's a yikes. How do you make the first move on a friend? That's a good question. Have you seen those TikToks?
Yes,
of
like
best friends trying to kiss them?
And I'm like, bruh, if that person like has a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Okay, well surely that's not the case.
Some of them do.
Oh.
And then the girlfriend duets and it's like, I knew you were snaky, like stay out of our relationship.
What?
And I was like,
How and they posted it on TikTok, them trying to kiss him? Wow. That's weird.
I know, like y'all are weird. Very weird.
Would you think it's cute if your best friend did that to you? Your best guy friend?
Like
and
if
you were single.
My best guy friend or guy best friend did that to me.
Yeah, and you were single.
I don't know. I don't think I'd like it because sometimes I like having friends.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to have like a
it's
relationship all the time.
Honestly, seeing the ones that like fail, like I feel like that's how I would be too.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Third stage.
It just you have to read the room. In all honesty.
Read the room. Yeah.
But also know your self-worth.
You know the other person, so like, you know how they are. You know what's up.
Exactly.
Like, don't fuck up the friendship, I guess.
Don't do that, you guys.
Don't mess up the friendship.
Because know what's worth more. There's a really good quote by some old white dude. But it's basically, if you really, really, really like someone, make them your friend because a friend will last a lifetime. And I think it's a very good quote to have. Because romantic partners come and go, but like friendships can literally stand years.
That's true.
It's like, can you be friends with your ex?
Can you be friends with your ex?
It's always situational, I feel like. But
I
for
think
the most
it is
part,
situational.
no.
For the most part, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I agree.
You crossed a boundary, especially if y'all had a very intimate and sexual relationship. It's hard to go back to boundaries, and I feel like that's not healthy.
Yeah, it's just hard to go back, and it's like, maybe always some tension, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like that's weird.
Always a little awkwardness.
Like imagine if your best friend is your ex.
Yeah, you definitely can't be best friends. Like you can maybe be acquaintances.
Y'all were best friends before.
Even then, see,
like,
that goes back to the whole third stage, making the first one. That's a risk.
And like, if you're still best friends after that, then like it didn't work out. So like, why not?
That's true. That's true. You could do that.
But you could do that. That one's situational too.
That happens in How I Met Your Mother.
It does.
Yeah.
I hate that, but it does.
And it creates awkward moments. See, that's what happens when you date your friends. But I do understand it. You could still be friends if you used to be best friends. But I just feel like you can't be as close as you used to be.
Oh, no, for sure. There's definitely, like, more of a boundary now because...
Yeah, there's just a boundary. And if you cross that again, then it gets all messy.
It's very toxic, and I feel like it's not healthy for anybody.
Not healthy for anybody, definitely not.
Alright, let's move on to our next question. So we have, how do you start a relationship?
How do you start a relationship?
I don't mean to sound like a bitch, but just, like, do it.
Just like do it. I mean, it's like know what you're getting into.
Definitely.
Know the other person. Just be confident in your feelings and then just shoot your shot, you know?
Exactly. And like you can be exclusive first, test it out a little bit,
yeah.
and then like be boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend,
you don't
boyfriend
gotta be
and
official.
girlfriend. Yeah, no one says you gotta make it official.
Hey,
test out the waters,
Test out the waters, take your time. Try just being exclusive, you know what I mean, but not having the title, because the title kind of means a lot. I think.
Does. There's definitely a lot of worth in it. And
yeah.
Just shows how committed you are to this relationship. Because nobody ever is like, oh yeah, like my future wife or my future husband, like my boyfriend or girlfriend, or oh there's the person I'm seeing. Like no one says the first one like when you're first dating. Like
exactly.
That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. I mean, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But that usually it takes time.
Yeah, it takes a little time. You gotta process a lot of things.
Usually it takes time, but just to start it up, just shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
And just I guess that's it. Really, don't be afraid of rejection.
Yeah, be bold. What is the topic of this relationship besides relationship and love?
Don't be a pussy.
You heard it here first, you guys.
You heard it here first. And again, don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy.
Boom boom.
Next question.
So
we have, why do boys suck? Mila, why don't you take this one? I just want to hear what your perspective would be.
Suck? Men are pigs.
Men are pigs. They're stinky and they're gross.
I'm a man and I agree with that. Men are pigs. I don't know why most of them
they just don't think.
They just don't think, I guess.
Act on impulse.
They don't think. They think they'll get away with things that they definitely won't.
Definitely not.
And I don't know why. They're just not faithful. I don't know why some aren't faithful. Most of them are. Hey, I'm faithful.
Yeah, I feel like...
I'm faithful.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah. Boys be selfish sometimes.
It hurts, you guys.
But
oh yes, a PSA. If you are a male and your female friends come up to you and complain how all men suck, it is not your place to say not all men. Because if she is ranting to you about why men suck, you are obviously not one of those men that suck, or else she wouldn't be talking to you. Please know that before you say not all men and try to defend people who have penises.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Disagree, yeah. Some dudes suck.
They do.
Some dudes suck.
And obviously we don't mean that literally. We don't know every single man on this planet. So if I can speak, I guess, in exaggeration, then please understand that it's not literally all men.
Yeah, definitely
Crazy,
not.
guys.
That makes no sense.
Alrighty, next question. Advice on how to find someone during COVID or quarantine. That is tough.
How to find someone during COVID or quarantine.
I kind of started my relationship in quarantine.
You did, and yours is long distance.
Mine is long distance, which is crazy.
Which helps because you guys really only had or you guys had to communicate it online and stuff.
Exactly, which made it made the quarantine and COVID a little easier.
Right.
Just because, like, you're already used to FaceTimes and, like, not seeing each other all the time.
Yeah. I started my relationship before quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started maybe, like, a month after I became official. And it did indeed make quarantine easier, but I know a lot of people, for them, having a relationship over quarantine was tough.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people broke up. It was so sad.
It was pretty sad.
And a lot of couples were like, we need to take breaks from each other. And I think those are the couples that probably quarantined together. Like, y'all just weren't ready to,
be apart that long.
Yeah, or no, be apart that long, or even just be apart, or be that close together all the time.
Yeah.
That's...
Even.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dang, you really weren't ready to move in with them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough, but at least you found out now until much later.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked out if that were the case.
Exactly.
Right? But...
So would you say your relationship grew stronger through COVID and quarantine?
For sure. We learned a lot. It was tough.
It is very tough.
It's you miss your significant other.
For sure. And you can't do some activities because, they're closed.
Yeah, and, it's like there's a whole bunch of things affecting, like, your mental state.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not just a relationship. It's like, having to stay indoors all the time, not seeing anybody.
Yes, then that can
being scared
make you
of getting
depressed,
people sick.
dude.
Yeah. And so there's, like, a lot. So maintaining a relationship, like, during all that and stuff.
And kudos to you if you did.
Hey. Thank you.
And thank you.
Because I did. Hey, you too.
Yo.
You made your relationship.
I know.
And I guess that's the question. How did you start? How did
Oh, yeah. How did we start? I mean, again, it's just a long distance, so it made it easier. I just know a lot of people started talking to friends, and then they just got closer because, you don't have a job, you're not working. That's true. Who are you going to talk to? And,
I feel like quarantine kind of made some people reach out to people they haven't reached out to in a long time. You know what I mean?
And that can start into a beautiful relationship.
That can start into something too. Just like, hey, how have you been? It's been a long time.
Oh, you want to get some coffee at a very nice socially distanced cafe?
Yes, with face masks on.
Yes, and we will drink the coffee through our masks somehow.
And I have hand sanitizer in my car.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all got COVID tested and we're all negative, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and I get COVID tested weekly. Yeah, for sure.
You get that.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
And so that's next question.
Alrighty, so we have, how do you know when love is real? Y'all, when I read this question, I was like, that's so tough. Man. That's a toughie.
That's a hard question. It's hard to describe.
It's like a feeling, but it's also more than a feeling, for sure.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it.
When Lucy said it's a progression, I was like, definitely for sure, because I'm going to be honest, I think love at first sight is bullshit. It's crap. Definitely don't believe in that.
I think it's crap
Please
too.
do not.
There's no way you can know somebody.
Yeah, you can click, but not. That's just like, you shouldn't believe in like.
You can vibe with someone.
Yeah, it's just vibes with someone for sure.
I just thought about definitely not love, but what do you mean progression?
Like the more you get to know them. First, it's like, it's because there's a quote, a really good quote. It's you like because and you love despite. So you like someone because of their good qualities. And then you love someone despite their bad qualities.
Right.
So like if you're still with them and you embrace that they're a human, they have flaws.
Yeah.
And you love that about them, then you love someone. Y'all have gone through some tough shit together and just like, you've made it this far.
Yeah.
Or I guess you shouldn't do distance or like how long progression, but like
no.
But
But it's just like however long it takes for you to get to know somebody truly.
All the layers.
All the layers. Feel confident that you like everything about them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that even their flaws, despite that, you still love them, still like them.
Yeah.
And then it's just a feeling.
It is just a feeling. That is crazy.
But it's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling.
It's a great
And
feeling.
also, you should know that it has to start from you. Well, no. Wait, cut that part out. Cut that part out. Anyways. Okay, but you also, I think it's something like, it doesn't always have to be romantic. You can always love friends and families and like passions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and those are very important loves to have in your life. You gotta love your friends.
You can love your job.
Yeah.
I just think it's all about, you know, it shows like who you are as a person.
Right. Love is a powerful thing.
It is.
And a very positive thing.
It unifies the world. Some would say that.
Some would say that. We just need more love in the world. There's too much hate.
Too much hate.
Too much hate.
We should put that on a t-shirt.
Too much hate? Or more love?
More love.
More love? Just
because
more love?
Because there's too much hate.
More love with a period?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I fucks with it.
I like it too.
Yo, word.
More love, and then we got a separate shirt. No hate. Or less hate.
Less hate.
Less evil.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on the second one.
We'll put a pin in it.
Put
Idea number 1.
Idea number 1 is the love. More love.
T-shirt.
Okay.
Y'all would buy merch? Question mark?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Alrighty, well, let us know.
$15 a pop?
15. Well,
10.
discount. We'll see.
Discount, you know, if we fucks with you. If we
fucks with you guys.
But that depends.
For sure.
We're not going to let that be known if we fucks with you or not.
Yeah, we're going to keep it on the DL.
Yeah, anyways.
Alrighty, next question.
Next question.
Why do people cheat in relationships? Oh, we're ending on a sad note.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I guess like they're just missing something from their relationship.
They do. Oh, actually, I've heard some really, I guess they're not valid responses, but like it just makes you kind of see the other side more. So a lot of people I feel like who do cheat are in relationships that they're not happy with.
Right.
And they don't know how to end it, which is very cowardly of them. They should know.
Pretty cowardly.
You shouldn't
Kinda
be cheating
selfish.
on that person.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to end that relationship. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to the person you're dating.
Yeah.
Another one is a person who's been in a very abusive relationship, and sometimes they cheat because they just want their partner to know how much they hurt them by cheating on them, which is crazy.
But that would also go back to being too scared to end it.
Exactly.
But then in abusive relationships,
sometimes it's hard to end.
Yeah, that's fair.
But other than that, just know that cheating is never valid.
Yeah, never valid.
Please don't do it, you guys.
There's no reason to cheat. Just break up with your partner if you want to cheat on her.
Exactly.
Because there's no point in being in a relationship
if you can't like respect the basic boundaries.
Yeah, like being in a relationship means one person. Like just.
Unless you're in a polyamorous relationship.
Unless you're in a polyamorous, agreed upon.
There's still like boundaries you still have to respect in that.
Yeah, as long as y'all agree upon it, you know what I mean.
Communication is key, you guys.
Communication, setting boundaries. These are all key things for sure.
Alrighty, and that is it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us, you guys. Yes. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
This is so fun. We've always talked about starting a relationship podcast.
We have.
And that's crazy that y'all can be our first audience, and we're so honored.
We're so honored. It's been very fun.
Alrighty. Tune in next time for episode 2 with Gabey Ramos and her special guest, where they talk about finding your passion in college.
Ooh.
Alright. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.